Good morning children. In previous class we had learnt what is solution. Also we have learnt what are the properties of solution. Children, in today's class we are going to learn how concentration of a solution are represented. Okay, before going to that we will see on the basis of concentration of a solution. Solutions may be dilute solution, concentrated solution, saturated solution, unsaturated solution. Okay, this type of classification is based on depending upon the amount of solute in a solution. Depending upon the amount of solute present in a solution, solutions are said to be dilute, concentrated, saturated and unsaturated. Okay, dilute and concentrated are complementary to each other. In dilute solution, amount of the solute is very less, but in case of concentrated solution, amount of the solution is greater. Okay, we will see what are saturated solution and what are unsaturated solution. Okay, before going to this, this dilute solution is non-corrosive, whereas this concentrated solutions are corrosive. Okay, we'll see what is saturated solution. When no more solute can be dissolved in a solution at a given temperature, it is called saturated solution. See here children, this is a beaker. In this beaker I have taken 100 ml of water. 100 ml of water. To this 100 ml of water, I am adding 1 spoon sugar. I am adding 1 spoon sugar. When I add 1 spoon sugar, okay, the 1 spoon sugar is dissolved in this 100 ml of water. Okay, next I will add one more spoon of sugar. Okay, when I add second spoon of sugar, some of this sugar will dissolve and some of the sugar crystals remain undissolved. Okay, this capacity of this 100 ml of water, okay, or dissolving capacity of this 100 ml of water is only 1 spoon sugar. It can dissolve only 1 spoon of sugar. Okay, if you add 1 more spoon of sugar, it is not capable of dissolving this second spoon of sugar. Okay, the solution when 1 spoon of sugar is dissolved in, the solution obtained when 1 spoon of sugar is dissolved in 100 ml of water, okay, that solution is known as saturated solution. Okay, further on adding the sugar is not dissolved in this water. Okay, so see here, this definition: when no more solute can be dissolved in solution at a given temperature, it is called saturated solution. Okay, so this is see here, actually this activity is carried out at room temperature. Okay, at room temperature. So in this beaker we have taken 100 ml of water. To this we are adding 1 spoon of sugar. On adding 1 spoon of sugar, completely this 1 spoon of sugar is dissolved in this 100 ml of water. Okay, on further, if we add second spoon of sugar, this second spoon of sugar is not dissolved and some of this sugar remains undissolved, because this 100 ml of sugar can dissolve only 1 spoon of sugar. This is the capacity of 100 ml of water. Okay, so when 1 spoon of sugar is dissolved in 100 ml of water, we'll get sugar solution. This sugar solution is known as saturated solution because on further adding the sugar, that added sugar is not dissolved in this solution. Therefore, the solution obtained here is saturated solution. Okay, when no more solute, here sugar is the solute. When no more solute can be dissolved in solution at a given temperature, it is called saturated solution. Okay, on increasing temperature, on increasing the temperature, on or heating this beaker. Okay, on heating this beaker, when we add second spoon of sugar, when we add this second spoon of sugar, it dissolves in this solution. Okay, on adding second spoon of sugar, on heating also, on heating, when we add second spoon of sugar, that added sugar is dissolved in water. Okay, on increasing the temperature is increased when we heat this solution. When this solution is heated, next on adding one more spoon of sugar, that sugar will dissolve in this solution. Okay, see here, we'll see unsaturated solution. If the amount of solute in a solution is less than the saturation level, it is called unsaturated sugar. Okay, if the amount of solute in a solution is less than the saturation level, then that kind of solution is known as unsaturated solution. On heating or on increasing the temperature, saturated solution changes into unsaturated solution. It means on heating the unsaturated solution, capacity of dissolving the solute in unsaturated solution increases and it becomes unsaturated solution. Okay, you might have observed in your home whenever we are preparing jamun. Okay, sugar is dissolved on heating. Otherwise, the added sugar will not dissolve in a minimum volume of water. Okay, so we have to dissolve. To dissolve that sugar, we have to heat. On heating, the sugar dissolves in water. Let us see solubility. Solubility, the amount of the solute present in the saturated solution at this temperature or at a particular temperature. We can say at a particular temperature is called its solubility. Solubility is the amount of the solute present in the saturated solution at particular temperature. On increasing the temperature, on increasing the temperature, what happens? Solubility increases. Solubility increases. Remember that on increasing the temperature, okay, solubility increases. Because of this reason, saturated solution turns into unsaturated solution. See here, we will now learn how concentration of a solution is expressed. Okay, see here, amount of solute present in a given amount, that is in terms of mass or volume of solution, or amount of solute dissolved in a given mass or volume of solvent. Okay, we can also express like this: concentration of solution is equals to amount of solute divided by amount of solution. Or we can also express like this: concentration of a solution is equals to amount of solute divided by volume of solvent. It means amount of solute dissolved in a particular amount of solution, or amount of solute present in a particular amount of solution. This is amount of solute dissolved in a particular amount of solvent. Okay, we can express concentration of a solution in two different ways. Let us see. We can express mass by mass percentage or mass by volume percentage. We will see how mass by mass percentage of a solution is expressed. Okay, this is the formula. Mass by mass percentage of a solution is equals to mass of solute divided by mass of This is mass of solution into 100. Here in terms of mass by mass percentage, this is mass of solute to the mass of solution. Here, since we are expressing in terms of percentage, here we are multiplying with 100. Okay, here mass is measured in terms of grams. Okay, next we will see how mass by volume, how concentration of a solution is expressed in terms of mass by volume percentage of a solution. This is equals to mass of solution divided by volume of solution into 100. Okay, see both the formulas. Here mass by mass, here both solute and solution are taken in terms of mass and they are multiplied by 100. But in this case mass by volume. Okay, here solute, amount of solute is expressed in terms of mass and that of solution is expressed in terms of volume. Therefore it is mass by volume percentage of a solution. So these two formulas are important. Remember, on this basis we will solve some problems. See here, problem 1. A solution contains 40 gram of common salt in 320 grams of water. Okay, here 40 grams of common salt is dissolved in 320 or 320 grams of water. Okay, so they have given the mass of salt. Here salt is the solute. Okay, mass of solute is equals to how much? 40 grams in 320 gram of water. Okay, they have mentioned water. This is the mass of solvent. This is mass of solvent. Mass of water they have given. Here water is the solvent. What is the mass of water here? 320 grams. So here solute and solvent they are expressed in terms of mass. Therefore we have to use the formula mass by mass percentage of a solution is equals to mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. Okay children, here see here we already know the mass of solute, but we have to calculate mass of the solution. Remember that we know that solution is equals to solute plus solvent. So mass of solution is equals to mass of solute plus mass of solvent. Okay, so mass of solute, how much? 40 grams. Mass of solvent, it is 320 grams. So total how much? 360 grams. Therefore, now we will calculate mass by mass percentage of a solution. This is equals to mass of solute divided by mass of solution. What mass of solute will be how much? 40 grams, and mass of solution will be, see here, 360 grams into 100. Okay, so on simplifying this we will get 11.1 percentage. Okay, we get 11.1 percentage. Like this we have to solve the, or we have to calculate the concentration of a solute present in a solution. Okay, we'll see one more example. A solution contains 2 grams of sugar. So they have given mass of sugar. Sugar is a solute. How much its mass? 2 grams. And here this is a solution contains 2 grams of sugar in 150 ml of water. Here they have given the volume of solvent. Volume of solvent, that is solvent is water, is 150 ml. Okay, while solving these problems, mass is expressed in terms of grams and volume is expressed in terms of ml. Already they have mentioned in ml. Okay, so see here, already I have explained in the last chapter that whenever sugar is dissolved in the water, there is no increase in the volume, because there is no increase in the volume remains as it is. Therefore we have to, here no need of calculating the volume of solvent. Volume of solvent is equals to volume of solution. Volume of solution. So see here, we have to use the formula mass by volume percentage. Percentage of a solution. This is equals to mass of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. Okay, mass of solute is, it is 2 grams divided by 250 ml. It is volume of solution into 100. Okay, simplify this and see how much you will get. It will be represented in terms of percentage. Okay, calculate this one. Okay, like this we have to express the concentration of solute in solution. Children, in next class we will see suspension and emulsion.